Hello and welcome to sunny Florida. Captain Wayne here again. And today we're going to take a look at pulling this motor off of this Sportcraft 16-foot center console that I just got. It's pretty well trashed, I think, and unfortunately, but I can part it out and do some stuff with it. In the meantime, I'm going to pull it off with my handy dandy engine hoist. If you don't have one of those, you probably need one if you do this kind of stuff, because I don't have any handy people around here and that's scary. Who wants to do that? You break your feet, kill your back, not good. So we're gonna look at how to do that right now. All right. So this is kind of a unique scenario because it's halfway on and halfway off. The controls for the throttle and shift are off already, and the power for the ignition switch is off. So really it's just the steering cable here and the what else is there? Not much, really, just the power cables for the battery. And it's only got two, as you can see, one on each side, 2 bolts attaching into the transom, so it's going to be pretty easy. So up on the console, let's see, not much to do up there. So let's get to it. So the first thing we have to do on this particular motor is a Mercury Mariner, same kind of thing. They don't put any hitch points on this motor, really unfortunate. So you have to take the flywheel bolt out, or nut I should say, and then screw in this fancy dancy item here that costs, I don't know, $23 or something. And it threads into these threads conveniently, and then you have to make yourself an eye and go ahead and weld it like I did. I think is the safest bet, because otherwise it'll maybe pull apart. And thread it in there and get that ready, and that's ready to pull now. And then the other thing you have to do is take off the steering. If you have cable steering, this is what it looks like. This can be a bit of a bear right here, so you have to undo that. And it's usually all the way up. So get it off the best you can. Here we go. The trick with these deals is they're sometimes stuck in the tilt tube. And I've never had this one off, so I don't know what it's going to be like. Luckily this is turning. Sometimes that's a problem. So we'll see what happens. Try not to make too much of a mess of it. I think that may be it. Okay. So let's see where we're at here. Okay, now it's loose. So look at that, it's actually moving, which is really nice, I think. Unless it's pulling on the other part. Let's take a look. Oh. First, take this off. All right. So this is a 14 millimeter. It's a good sign that it's moving. Part in the tilt tube there. Out, and then we have this. Hopefully there's room. Sometimes there's not. So at least that's off. So now we'll go ahead and pull off the rest of the motor, which in this case, I'll just show you real quick. It's going to be these 2 bolts, and I'll get back with you. Okay, so I pulled off the motor. That went pretty well. Stuck it on the stand. If you make a stand, make wheels. Get the good ones too, because that'll roll nicely and easily. So that'll sit there. Like I said, this is kind of a mess here. Look at all these bolts that are broken off. So I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe in the winter I'll try it and re-tap those or something and put a new gasket on there. But otherwise I can probably part this out, get some money back for it. Carburetor's carburetors are good, I think. Could clean them up, and I don't know, we'll see. So that's not the big thing. Big thing is this transom is a little bit suspect. I don't know what's going on with it. And it's got this plate right there, which I don't know anything about. So let's take it off and we'll see if we can do this one-handed. Here, let's switch. Okay, it's just glued on there, looks like. All right, that was pretty easy. Not even a very good glue job. So the question is, why was that on there? And the answer is almost always that the transom is rotten. And I kind of suspected that. So I think the next video, I think what we're gonna do, maybe I'll quick pressure wash it just to get it a little bit cleaned up so it's not such a mess. This front hatch is really gross. And I think what I'm gonna do is cut out this floor. I'll take the console out, because I bet you the stringers are bad too underneath. And I've never done this before, stringers anyway. I did the transom on the last boat. But this one looks like a little bit bigger of a job. And I wouldn't do it other than the fact that this hull is in really, really good shape. As you can see, there's really nothing. Even the bottom, look at the bottom. The bottom is clean, clean, clean. It doesn't look like there's any repairs or anything. So I think this will even buff out the wet sand and polish that up. So I think it's worth doing. So I think what I'm gonna do is cut right around this edge. Maybe leave like 2 inches around the edge, all the way around. And then when I get to the transom, I think I'll go right up there on the inside and across the top, cut that cap off, get that metal off. And then pull this whole part up, pull the whole deck up, fix the stringers, and just be able to put the deck back down and tab it back in with some fiberglass. So that's the goal. It seems kind of lofty, right? But I think it'll be okay. I think it'll work out. And then I've got another motor. I've got a 115 Johnson. I think that will work well. But it's a 25-inch shaft, and this takes a 20. So I think what I'm going to do when I get to the transom is build it up 5 inches, and then be able to put that motor on there. And hopefully I'll get a cheap, decent boat out of it. So we'll see. I'll let you know. Thanks for watching.